NL what is it called? Madden 24 NL
NFL?
NL
NFL.
I get it mixed up. NFL 24. I know, I've been calling that.
You need to have a transcript.
I know that. They know that.
Recovering. Yeah.
I'm not going to do 2 hours.
Very kind.
They are. But somebody else.
Okay, baby.
I know that. So it's 2 hours stuff. We haven't. Hold on. They're doing that. What's going on with that? What is going on with? Okay. That's a glitch. Okay, I couldn't try to fix the right. Super Bowl coming in 3 days. So I need to get this team the right way. I had this the right way.
You're ready for the Super Bowl party.
It's on 3 days. Actually, it shows up here in the game anyway. They showed it on the game. I'll go with this team this time. That's what I'm doing. And just looking through the trucks on Netflix. That's what I'm doing. I'm just gonna wait.
It's Madden NFL 24, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Chiefs and the Niners, and it comes your way next.
Nightmare version, I think they have it. Are they studying?
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014. As you get a look at Levi Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Coming up, a rematch in Super Bowl 54. As it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the San Francisco 49ers.
Super Bowl's worth 3 days.
Brandon Gunn and Charles Davis with you from our
I got thick
and Charles, as we get this thing started, what are you going to be keeping your eye on?
Special teams. Field position is always a big determiner of a ball game. Who sets their offense up for success the best? That team will win the game.
Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And how about this for a start? This is out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
That's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this.
ADV-excited Super Bowl party Sunday.
Thanks, everybody.
It's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef, they can let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Purdy complete here to Ayuk. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And just like that, it's third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, and they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series...
And I'm making quarters that these are just He's 6. It's actually really good.
11 yards for number 11. So opening drive, third down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out because everyone throws it on third down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone wants it, and it's executed very well.
A good pace, and he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And
Purdy.
second.
That's Samuel. Caught left side. I'll give him 8 that time. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short game.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice.
It's around every 2 days before
You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense, because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You have a lot to handle in this one.
Jake Moody now for the point after.
2 minutes for the first quarter.
And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was Brandon Ayuk capping it off with a touchdown reception. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
And when you think of Patrick Mahomes, you start to think about all of his attributes, and you realize very quickly, you can't just put him into one box. No matter how the game proceeds, no matter what is needed, he tends to have an answer for it and plays accordingly.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
What we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Mahomes going to throw. He'll buy some, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 4-1 for Mahomes and the Chiefs. And now what's this? They fake the spike. He'll throw it. But it's not going to work. He'll go down. They got him. Oh, big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. Fakes a spike. Steps away to his left. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack. Boy, a real head scratcher there. And boy, that means this next drive is going to start at the 3-yard line. Well, it's gutsy to go for it in the red zone. The problem there is they were in their own red zone. Why in the world did they do that?
They must have thought they had the exact play call that they needed to go a big way. And I'm still not even buying that one. I'm reaching on
You're
that.
searching.
Actually reaching. But I do know this. On the other side of the field, that coaching staff is screaming at their defense. If you don't handle this one right here, this is a great opportunity for us. Take it away, guys. And they did.
And now excellent field position.
Let's go.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Throwing here, Purdy.
Even if they did.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Let go.
Purdy now to throw. And this is going to be
balance, boy.
the Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down.
And how about the coverage here in the end zone? That's how you frustrate a quarterback. You get pressure on, and you take away all of his receivers, and he's got to throw it away on 3rd and goal.
A 21-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. Oh, one of the linemen on the other side has got it. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the 2nd quarter. The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Here's Mahomes to throw. On the move to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And big play there for KC. 42 yards.
Hey, partner, I don't mean to wax philosophic, but when chaos is going on all around him, there's no one in the NFL who can keep it together and make something happen quite like Patrick Mahomes. Another huge throw, another huge gain.
Look at the way to land for this. First 10.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. It's Rice. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
These guys off the edge are already tough to contain when they're protecting a stationary target. Ask them to hold their blocks when a runner is struggling to find a lane, often an impossible task. Regardless of the outcome on the scoreboard, that will be one of this game's biggest stops.
They go play fake. Mahomes being chased out left. Thrown across the field, and that will easily be intercepted. Picked up by Deluxe. And the 49ers are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line.
That made it 6 pretty good.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. 50 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Looked like they might have been thinking safety with that pressure off the edge instead of worrying about the running back.
I like the observation because many defenses in that situation actually have get a safety in their play call. Upfield penetration, try and trap them in the backfield. Instead, absolutely escaped and fled for huge yardage on that play.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
1st and 10.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
2nd and 6.
The result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier.
Be careful. Are you nice?
On 3rd down, it's Purdy. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. Operating from the gun. Purdy. And that was off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
Foul.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st. They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free, but we didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to be in their meeting rooms. They planned for a run like that to happen, maybe a couple of them. But what did they tell their guys all week? You know what they said. Move on to the next play. That one just happened. Let it go.
Well, they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. 2 big plays in succession. possession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Play action. Now Purdy. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. It'll go as nearly a loss of 10 on first and goal. So a disaster there. It goes as a 9-yard loss on the sack.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on first and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, first and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
A second down throw for Purdy. He'll get this to Jennings over the middle. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing third and goal.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay. That's why it's a point. Field goal, an extra point, take the field goal right here.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side.
Yes, I got a touchdown. Here we go. Yes.
How did they get that done?
That touchdown, guys.
This one was going. You just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. And his kick is no good. Misses the PAT, a mistake there. And this remains a 7-point game. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side could play mistake-free football the rest of the way. We saw a fine performance in the first half from the former Mr. Irrelevant, Brock Purdy. He was on point, throwing a touchdown pass to help his guys take the lead into the break.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. This take it in at the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly what, because those guys, the scout troops, they've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And just not a ton of room to work with. They'll give it it to the 15 for the gain of 2.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion, and more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Mahomes going to go on fourth down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he knocks the ball and falls incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 13-yard line. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree, all right? But he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
2nd and 7.
7.
Purdy looking to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. It's 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. That was Nick Bolton rushing in and burying him behind the line. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, with talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
And this one is right through. That makes this a 10-point game at 16-6. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting through.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that can all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. The Chiefs offense set to go. They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off the points for themselves.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down. Mahomes now to throw. Rolling to it. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
And 12.
Oh, now some trickery. They fake the spike. Buying time to his left. The flag comes in. It's incomplete. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that one go. So since that last play got nothing, they'll go ahead and decline the penalty, and that forces a 4th down situation. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And from their own end zone, it's a fake. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Picked up by Amber Thomas. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. So the fake punt, a daring call this deep in their own end, and the end result, certainly not what they were hoping for.
I have to admit, I admire their daring, but I actually would like this play called better if it's between the 40s. Here, The problem is, even if the ball's not intercepted and it's just incomplete, you're still giving away half a field's worth of possession.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
First and 10, 18.
A handoff left, McCaffrey. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Purdy.
Okay, 12.
That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. And able to get him down. He does reach the 5. 15 yards here for number 15.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end, because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
That is caught with the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards that time with a completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal.
Yes.
Wow. Get it to him. It's incomplete.
Let's give this defense a credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Oh, God.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend the lead even further. They come through with 3 after forcing the turnover, but CD's second half starting inside the red zone. Obviously, they would have liked 6 out of that.
Absolutely, because that's all you're thinking is, how do you get it into the end zone? You want the field goal to be the last resort. In this case, they gave it a great try, but did have to settle for 3.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And out come the Chiefs now. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And that one blows up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. And this play's still live. You fake this but it's not going to work. They'll go down. They get him. And now what's this? They fake the spike. He'll throw it. Pressure, and they got to him again. Chase Young drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again, to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. Steps away. And it's incomplete.
Too short.
And they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. San Francisco's offense returns to the field, and they'll say thank you very much to that last decision, as because of it, they now start out 1st and goal here. Well, this is a nice little gift wrap situation as they take over 1st and goal.
Let's go.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
You get down near the goal line, you need to start enlisting the help of all 11 guys on the defense. And that's a nice job there by the cornerback, squaring his shoulders and coming in to make the tackle.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the fourth and final quarter. Now Purdy. And he floated one out there, incomplete.
Boy, that was lockdown coverage there. He's scanning for someone to come open. But that was great work to blanket everyone. And in the end, he's just got to throw it away.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Back to throw, Purdy. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
So Purdy off and Moody on for the 49er field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So all things considered, that's not the final nail, but it does make things exceedingly difficult now on the other side.
Yeah, because obviously now with a 16-point game, the other guys don't need just 2 touchdowns. They need a couple of 2-point conversions as well. Plus, they'll need either a turnover or an onside kick in there somewhere. So you're just adding to the list of things that need to happen in sequence. And it's going to be a pretty tall order this late in the game.
Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
Oh, he fakes a spike. Forced out. And Mahomes is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. So a failure there to get rid of the football. I don't know in the end that it's going to matter much here with this game, but it yields another 2 points.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. It may not matter a ton with the deficit that's already there, but like my old coach used to say, it sure ain't going to help.
That doesn't help indeed. So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. And now, how about this? The free kick from the 20 going to be out of bounds. And that, of course, is a penalty. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 151 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
Let's go.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the 49ers are able to widen their advantage. That, of course, all set up by the big run on the play prior. They took advantage right away with the touchdown throw.
And you mentioned advantage. Probably taking advantage of their natural instinct after that previous play to be aggressive and rush towards the line of scrimmage. And instead, they were vulnerable to the pass.
The extra point try now for Moody.
For massive for first.
And they open the lead up now to 25 points. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. KC's offense ready to take over. And now their hill to climb has gotten taller. They had the safety last time they had the football. That led to the touchdown a moment ago. So that deficit going in the wrong direction as they try to right the ship here. 1st and 10. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Nick Bosa using that speed to get in there and break that play up.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about his desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And now it's a scooped up by the
And it was
and they've got the football, and they're already knocking on the door inside the 5 at the 4-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee back down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clean possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that will overturn. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On 3rd down, it's Pacheco. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chiefs first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long.
Well, give them credit. They're going to stay and fight this out to the end. 4th down, you've got to go for it. And they not only convert, but pick up some good yardage as well.
Yeah, that's just how I do it. It's fun.
Now the big play pushes him all the way out to the 40 now for first down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Rolling to his right. Gonna look deep here for Pacheco. And this is taken.
Yes, man. Touchdown. There we go. Good play. That's a good play. That was a good play. That was a good play right there. A good play right there.
Chiefs are able to make some inroads here to that 3-point deficit.
Yes.
That's a tough combination to defend. You know, Patrick
Nice
Mahomes
play.
has the big arm, and he's got
Open
the
spot
looseness
right
in his feet,
there.
so even though you
Like I
force him from
wanted.
the pocket, he's
Like
still
I wanted
dangerous.
right there,
The
guys.
idea, in my opinion, to force him from the pocket. Do everything possible to hem him in and make him make the throws from right there in the center of it. And look, we know he's got the big arm. You just noted that. But when he gets outside, it puts so much stress on your defense, trying to locate where receivers are, make sure you're covering them, and he can throw the ball the length of the field. So you just tell him,
oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Baseman. Defense.
Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
and I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because they had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Certainly not what they wanted there, so football by rule comes out to the 40.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A nice little gain. 158 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And he's free going down the left side. It's a short race. Touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, 52 yards. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic, a lot of fun to watch.
Moody good with the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. And Kansas City's offense now set, ready to go. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. Dancing. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Chase Young in there to get him again. That is sack number 6. One off the NFL record of 7.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailed by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a party gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. They run it with Pacheco from the gun.
Jeez.
It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Another carry, same story. 4th quarter, and he is in red numbers right now with a running game.
Hard to believe because you figure at some point you break off a run. But in this case, what we're seeing is just pure domination by the defense. I think it started with the scouting report. They got into what they were doing offensively, into their mindset, and now they're beating them to the punch on every snap.
And look at this, another fake. Oh, but he stopped well short of the first down marker, and it's a turnover on downs. I know, without even asking, without even looking in your direction, that you are not a fan of that call.
Oh, I wish you would look, Brandon, because I was actually thinking this would be the perfect time for a fake.
Right.
And that's what we got here.
Yeah, this doesn't make any sense to me at all. This deep in your own territory, look, I'm all for being unconventional. That part's cool, and I get it. But this deep, I just don't think it was the right time to make that call.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. And this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.
Hey guys.
The kicker Jake Moody's got teed up, and we are underway now from Santa Clara. Fighting ahead at the 15. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Time to see what Patrick Mahomes can do here with his first possession. The quarterback out at Texas Tech getting set to lead this KC Chiefs offense.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Oh, shit.
First down now, but it's incomplete.
I think he had that look down before he rolled it till he was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now Mahomes throwing on second down. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock.
4th and 14.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. So here are the 49ers and their offense in great field position already. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
This is what this man was born for, the big spotlight on the national stage like this. Really, his entire career, he's demonstrated incredible poise, no matter what type of situation his team was in. No situation is too big for him, and you can tell in the way that he takes the field. His self-belief is evident, and he gets the job done in his mind each and every time.
They'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It didn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy this caliber who runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
2nd and 2.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And take this one for a San Francisco touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers are on the board first here this afternoon. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a fourth quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position to lead your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the NFL now as well. If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save? That's what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it? And I feel awful for the offensive tackle because we always talk about the athleticism of that guy who just beat him. Well, you have to be athletic to try and block that guy. Just in this case, the defense won.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be...
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Looking to throw is Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. And his throw is incomplete.
And he's missed now his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mahomes going to throw out to his left. And he can't throw to go with it. And it goes down. Chase Young, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. These sacks now, they're starting to play out, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball in his hands a lot quicker.
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And my goodness, that means this next drive will begin 4 yards from the end zone already. And Charles, they just handed them a gift. Going for it there. That spot of the field inside the 24.
Yeah, sometimes you think you've got plenty of time in a game, so you take a little bit of a crazy risk. This goes in the category of a crazy, crazy, crazy risk. Yeah, I'm giving you 3 on that one. But how about on the defensive side of the ball? To see them come out, line up, and decide to go for it there, you figure there's no way we're giving this one up. We're going to turn the ball over.
Across the trip, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter. He's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Moody good with the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Sliding out of the pocket. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Not sure if he just heard a whistle there or what, but for some reason he spiked the football. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field, a nickel set for 3rd down. Now Mahomes, he'll buy some time right. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And not quite sure what just happened there, other than we do know that he spiked the football on 1st down. 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd, being chased out left. Is to the sideline and incomplete. Nearly intercepted, in fact, but he couldn't hang on. 4th down.
Give him credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
They'll run for it with Pacheco. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and that will force a turnover on downs. So just shy of midfield, they tried it, didn't work out. What did you think?
I thought that they should have punted the ball well. Should have gotten rid of it and played defense with better field position. Look, I'm as aggressive as anyone wanting to go for it on offense, but in this situation, it doesn't.
First half.
I don't know that there's any risk. I mean, what's the reward for your risk here? I would not have done that. My only explanation is this coach, he may want to be up here in the booth with us. We may have a three-man booth starting next week if he keeps up with those decisions.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he's got this down to the 35. His first catch, good for 16 and first. That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
Oh, he faked it with a jump. Now he's got some room. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Defense.
So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner,
Hey,
you
push
know,
nothing.
defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. Purdy now to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Throwback in 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Throwing on 2nd down, it's Purdy. Complete. It's Jennings. And the Niners are going to be set for a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Niners have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Well, this has all the makings of a landmark day running the football. He scored 3 times now. We haven't hit the quarter break.
You think back to Alvin Kamara, Christmas Day 2020, 6 touchdowns, which tied Ernie Nevers, the Hall of Famer. He's halfway there already. Some fancy footwork in the early going.
Moody good with the extra point. And it's now 21-0. That time a 6-play drive. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. And they will take a knee here. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Here's Mahomes down on the action line. Time to pitch it, and down he goes. And it's in the end zone. That's going to be a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their fourth possession. Touchdowns on their first three possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Well, Jarius Sneed up to make the play defensively. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
7 minutes for the third quarter.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 51 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Now this time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they take him down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First catch of the game there for Samuel, and it results in a first down. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. Gets past one man. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
That is caught. He's going to have the first down. Morgan with a touchdown. Deebo Samuel, 39 yards. And the Niners continue to pull away here in this first half. Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation and a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
Now Moody for the PAT. And the lead is now an even 30. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. Now James returning. Here's James. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
First and 10.
They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. So now then, the big loss sets up 2nd and 19.
2nd and 18.
And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here.
3rd
and 19. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Well, I think it's back to the drawing board, or should I say in today's game, the Surface tablet after this drive. 3 plays, they go backwards. They look like they've gotten something going right there, but they'll have to punt the football away to end this one.
And it appears the offense is going to try this again. They've yet to convert the first 3 times on 4th down, but they're going once more. They're going to try and throw on the move to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Purdy looking to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Gerald Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side of their defense came through and was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And my goodness, that means this next drive will begin 4 yards from the end zone already. So with their backs practically backed up against the goal line, just why? Why did they do that?
I'm taking it from the other perspective because I have zero answer about why. How about if you're on defense and you realize they're going for it in this situation? That's just blatant disrespect for the team. And you're almost incredulous. You're like, what are they planning on doing here? What kind of crazy play should we expect to see? But there's no way they should pick that up here, and they didn't.
And now incredible field position. Throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now. All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays and keep running into the end zone.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
So Purdy off and Moody on for the 49er field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So everything else is going right in this first half. Kind of follows it a route for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And a less than desirable return as he's out of bounds at the 15-yard line. The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Javon Hargrave gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
That's how multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw the former All-Pro Christian McCaffrey up to his old tricks in that first half. He was running with a purpose as he found the end zone 3 times in that first half. And that opposing defense had better come up with a scheme for slowing him down. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. Certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Purdy will set up to throw it here. And that'll be incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. That's a strong safety making a strong, hard tackle.
And we know his coach. Doesn't smile a whole lot, does he? How about that grin right there, ear to ear after that?
And he's taken down. Chief sack. Willie Gay getting in there and picking up the sack.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. Here comes the 49ers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Here's James returning. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 21. The 16-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. And no look at all.
Oh my God.
Is going to drop him behind the line for a 2nd straight play. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
And supreme confidence in the kicker turns to supreme failure, as that is obviously no good. And they will remain well behind. Well, I tell you, I thought either the scoreboard was wrong or I was wrong or both. But that was an attempt for a field goal on 3rd down, and it was no good as well.
And I'm trying to wrap what little brain I have around why this would be a good idea. But I cannot come up with a logical explanation for that one.
Yeah, well, my brain's smaller, so I can't either here. I don't know what they were doing. Here's Purdy. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Charlie Warner, the tight end, the intended target. But it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he's right in the end zone for a touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers are an extra point away from going up by 40.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point try now for Moody. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Chiefs offense ready to go again. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of the team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to a stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They'll run it down the play. And they went for play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Mahomes going to leave it with Edwards along with the draw. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Here's the Chiefs punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he'll try and hurry the kick, gets it away, but it's not looking that great. And look at this starting field position. That'll be touchdown inside the 30-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Well, they've got to be saying, boy, thanks for this field position.
Yeah, remember their last drive in which they scored a touchdown. That one also began in excellent field position, so let's see if they can capitalize a second time.
Purdy looking to throw on first down here. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. Touchdown for the Niners. Brandon Ayuk, 29 yards. And the Niners just continue to roll. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Moody good with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. And now here comes Kansas City.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
It's waiting.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes, eluding the pressure. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Second.
Bosa, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Second, the thing.
Mahomes to throw on second down. And that's incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
So it has to be
on 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Chase Young. He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
They just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And from their own end zone, it's a fake. Oh, but he'll be stopped well short of the first down marker, and it's a turnover on downs. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And an utter disaster as the ball's going to go over on downs at the 2-yard line. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And they can run this score up even further as they begin this drive with a 1st and goal and that huge lead. They're quite a turn of events. This is 1st and goal from the 3. Throwing here, Purdy. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the 49ers get another 3rd quarter touchdown. touchdown to add on to that lead. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the fourth quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything is starting to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Moody good with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. KC's offense ready to take over. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
They're going to drop him behind the line yet again, and things going from bad to worse. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. So certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll also be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Back to throw, Purdy. Touchdown! George Kittle, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the 49ers add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the fourth.
He caught it.
Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Moody good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Nick Bosa in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Flushed out right. And the pressure gets to him again. There's Eric Armstead fighting his way through that time to record the sack. The decision that time was to keep it, and not a great one. Once he got out right with the football, there was just nowhere to go.
And I felt bad for his offensive line there because their job is to create creases, right? Create openings. But if those defenders keep their shoulders square to the line of scrimmage and refuse to be budged, that's the end result. No place for him to turn upfield. No chance to gain the yardage.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on third down. So since that last play got nothing, they'll go ahead and decline the penalty, and that forces a fourth down situation. Here's the Chiefs punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On first down, it's Purdy.
Look how great.
It's going to be incomplete.
Again.
Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you're not going to get touchdowns.
Yeah,
Coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD. I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Moody good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
On first down, Mahomes rolling to his right. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one, picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Mahomes now on first down. They'll roll him out right. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man-covers are so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
First and 10.
Now here's Mahomes. Forced out to his left. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings our second down to 5. At the 38-yard line.
Second 5.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Dancing to his left. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Steps away to his left. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And now there's a scoop takedown for the Bears. And they take over and set up shop at the 46-yard line.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been work for the books. I mean, we're into the fourth quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
Previous play is under review.
Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And they're going to try this again. It's another fake. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Boy, that's asking a lot of your punt team there, and they were not able to deliver.
It's asking an awful lot of the punt team there because if it's 4th and 4, 4th and 3, you've got a chance, right? That's a manageable distance to try and pick up when you're running a fake. But when that number's actually been in the weight room and it's pumped up like it was, that's difficult to do. All right? So you might even think to yourself, if I left my offense on the field, would they be able to pick that up? You can run a nice play and not get that distance.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
It's 13.
On second down, McCaffrey. There he goes, right side.
Oh, get
They'll get this all the way down to the Chiefs' 13. 110 yards on the ground for him now with 4 touchdown runs tacked on. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Samuel. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And there goes another touchdown as they just added their totals.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's break some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Now Moody for the PAT.
1 minute. Yeah, 1 minute.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
In there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with a late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Should have moved.
For the sack was Owen Burks.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Back to throw. That'll be caught by Rice. It'll be a gain of 5. And it'll be 4th down. So the victory here for San Francisco. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.
NFL 24, first 9, and that's what everybody did say for the Super Bowl. Coming in 3 days. On February 11th. Everyone gets set for that. What you guys do, like and subscribe for more football and FL 24. Peace out, guys.